Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello to the two people in the chat room. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. Hello to the chat. I am here. I had to come and get on camera for this one, guys. I got to talk to y'all, okay? And this is very important. This is going to help out a lot of other spiritualists as well, okay? Um, and I kind of feel as though um, this should be something that a spiritualist should not have to say. But after a few of my clients that I've dealt with, just a few of them, this is 2 out of 100 people that I probably saw last year and did work for. There seemed to have been some sort of issue, okay, with them, you know, either some of their work, like the work that I was doing for them, was like rubbing off into my own life. And that is why I want to come and talk to you guys today. And I want to come and talk to you guys about how strong these spirits and how tricky these spirits really are. Now, from what I've noticed is that certain things are not going to happen to me unless it's time for me to either replace or walk away from that situation anyway. But I've actually done cases for people to where they were having like bad luck, car trouble, and then all of a sudden I was having car trouble. So, the importance of taking care of your spiritualists. If we are not taken care of, if we don't have a feasible, safe place to live, or, a decent diet, then you're just going to be throwing your money away. But what I will tell you is that sometimes extra stuff can pop up during your casework that can cause extra work that needs to be done, that can cause a lot of things and problems and issues. And it usually manifests itself within a couple of days, okay? Sometimes right away. It just depends on what it is. Your high priestess, the person that does the cleanses for you, what they are doing is they are taking that energy and they are putting it somewhere. Now, some of these spirits, they may go into attack mode when it comes to I would say that 80% of the spiritual attacks that I deal with are from the client work itself. And being that we are willing to walk through those worlds for you and fight these very scary things for you, it's important for y'all to take care of your spiritualist. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just pay for your work and then walk away. Like, you're technically supposed to make offerings. So this is the reason why you guys will walk away from a spiritualist. I've seen many people do it. I've had so many clients that I can't keep up with all of them, to contact all of them, to follow up with them. But a lot of y'all will just walk away. You'll get the work done and you'll say, "Up, it's done. I got the service. I'm walking away." But in reality, traditionally, if you were a high priestess or a witch, you were considered to having, that was your house, that was your, establishment. You know what I'm saying? And so, just like when you pay tithes at church, it's the same thing. The only difference is that, when your spiritualist tells you, especially if they just got done doing work for you, or if they're doing work for you and they're like, "Hey, let me just tell you, I just came down with this problem, that problem since I took your case." And it's not like I'm not talking about something that people don't know about, because I've had people that have came to me that have said, "I've got a demon on me that done killed several people in my family." you know, Technically, I've faced some rougher demons than that, but some of these demons, especially like the cases where you guys are having extremely bad luck and you've got an evil eye curse on you, Listen, I don't mind doing the evil eye curse removers on people, but I have to, because but some of them are to a certain degree than others, to where it can possibly be dangerous for your spiritualist. So you just make sure that, once that spiritualist completes that work for you, that you are showing your appreciation for them. A lot of people, they get their work done, they walk away. Traditionally, you didn't do that. You stuck by your spiritualists and you thanked them. You paid them for the work that they did. I know that there was a witch back in Kansas City, before I began practicing and using my gifts. And she's an older lady. She's still up in business. And this she cursed me. I ended up cursed, but not saying that I would do that, because that just makes it worse. But what I will tell you is that sometimes my spirits will say, hey, this was all that we could handle. That's why I always try to get you guys involved in the group rituals, because that is a way to keep your support system going. This is a spiritual support system. You're contacting your ancestors through me. You can't just venerate your ancestors that one time and walk away and then go somewhere else and say, well, I went to this one spiritualist and things did get better. I did get this, I did get that. I felt the change. But then again, it just, started happening to me again. And that's because you stopped contacting that spiritualist. You are supposed to, make offerings. When you make offerings to me, you're making offerings to your spirit guides. And this is the reason why, um, this is one of the reasons why you can start to have issues going forward if you're not keeping in contact with that spiritualist, especially if you're not telling them what is going on. Now, what I will tell you is that I have always had a 100% success rate on all of my spell work that has to do directly with you. Cleanses, hex removers, um, court case work, all of that, 100% success rate. Money spells, all of that. Healing work, all of that. But when you step into the realm where you're trying to control another, this is where things get sticky. Listen, I do not want you coming to me complaining to me that your love spell took too long. If you are less than 90 days from the date that I casted it, okay? And this is the reason why there's a lot of spiritualists that they don't keep their phone open for you, the way that I do. You guys can contact me anytime that you want. But I feel like if you're going to do that, you should go ahead and get a reading, because, my time is very valuable as well. Okay. When you guys go to work every day, do you expect to work for free? No, you don't. So you can't expect me to do that. And I'm not saying that, you know, uh, I'm having an issue with my clients or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I do want to let you guys know this. A lot of you guys will get angry when your spiritualist asks you for extra money. Now, when I ask for extra money, it's a small amount. I don't even do people like that. But there's a lot of people that get mad at that. You know why? Because this is real spiritual work that we're doing over here. We're actually inviting these spirits in to us to do the work. We're inviting your ancestors, all different sorts of things that we're not familiar with necessarily, different sensations and thoughts and feelings that we're not used to. I know that for me, I always feel, if I'm doing a cleanse on you, I know exactly how you feel. It's so bizarre. Ask any of my clients, okay? I can tell them exactly how they were feeling that day. And that's another thing I can tell when certain people are trying to steal my cleansing energy. And guys, I'm not even going to talk about it right now, but I'm going to get up every morning early and throw my cards and see what I'm supposed to have that day, and see what's going on. Because there's a lot of ornery stuff going on in the spiritual community. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, okay? If you have a spiritualist that is doing real spiritual work for you, sometimes your spiritualist might get sick doing your work for you. We might get the flu, we might get a cold, we might get anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys have to make sure that you're taking care of us and to not just go away, because it's very easy. It is very, very easy to just walk away after you've been cleansed of everything and to just forget about the person that helped you the most. And guys, that's what I've had consistently throughout my life. That's just how people can be in general. And I know that a lot of you don't even mean to be that way. You're just living your life because that's exactly what I tell people to do. But I want you guys to know that, number one, when your spiritualist reaches out to you, you want to make sure that you get back to them ASAP. Do not wait 2 or 3 hours to get back with them. I understand if you're sick, me personally, or you're sleep, not sick, sleep. I understand if you're sleep. But like, for example, when you place your order or when you send me your money for your spell work, I'm calling you back almost immediately unless it's not during business hours. If I don't call you back, my spirits are showing up to protect you. It's a very, very simple, very intricate, but it's a design that works. It's how my spirits work. They are very efficient. And, a lot of times what people will do is they will send roses. They will send flowers. Now, the one thing that I notice is that I've had y'all clients, I'm going to tell y'all something, y'all slipping because y'all should be sending me flowers. Those are offerings to my gods. You know what I'm saying? They love flowers. You should be sending those. You should be sending gifts. You should be sending chocolates. You should be sending things. You should be sending money. You should be sending bonuses. I know that I have a lot of clients, they'll pop up and they'll send me money every now and then. They'll be like, hey, Jamila, I got some money. I got some extra and I thought I would send this to you because I've been doing so good. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about the people that helped you. That's just like my ex frenemy, okay? The one that is conspiring against me right now. Who do you think taught her how to get an apartment job or a leasing job in the real estate business? That was something that I gave her that pointer and it sustained her for years. And she didn't even want to give me credit for it. I'm the one that gave her that knowledge. I'm the one that introduced her to it. Because I was working in that field for 5 years whenever she had went into it. And of course, she likes to do everything that I do. So I mean, show some appreciation. This is what makes a lot of people narcissistic. The Four of Cups comes up because this is where you were given the most blessing, but you didn't even appreciate it. Okay. And then I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a couple of clients that got extremely disrespectful to me because of the length of the time that I've been in this hotel room. But you know that the reason why I've been in here so long is because of your cases. That's part of the reason. And a lot of you are going to learn that lesson. There was two that decided that they felt that they could disrespect me because it's like, well, why would you feel you could disrespect me when, and yes, I do this for, I get paid from my clients. Absolutely. But I don't have to take your case. I've got cases where I regret taking them, but you just got to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? And so, don't think that your service is any less valuable because I'm in an extended stay. Because, honey, I could be out in the middle of the jungle doing your work, and it would still work the way that I set the intent for it to work. Don't matter where I'm at. I can be in a car. I used to do spells in my car. You don't have to like that. That's where a lot of witches do they spells, especially if they living with their parents and they can't do that stuff in the house. Okay, or there's many places to do spell work. So, and I feel like the rest of my clients have been extremely supportive, extremely supportive. But then again, those are those clients that they're so blind, you don't even see that your case affected me. And I didn't even say anything until now, until I realized that you didn't appreciate it. And, then it's almost like, what these unappreciative clients will do is they will think of any excuse to think, oh, well, I'm going to disrespect you. When in reality, you should have paid more than what you paid for the work that you did, that you got. Because I already told you guys that my spirits, they do not, they're looking at my clients, period. Okay, I can make a spell work. I can cleanse you. I can banish demons. I can bind demons. I can't shut nobody up from hanging themselves. That y'all been waiting on me to shut somebody up. For what? For what? Hit dogs always holler. So, and don't, devalue the black spiritualists. Like, I feel like I can't help to think, is it a black thing? Because my work is is so superb. Are you serious? So, for me, my spirits, they want my clients to be more, and this is the reason why they're wanting me to go and advertise in other places, because let's face it, I mean, YouTube can sometimes be wide open for, clients that could possibly be up to no good. Because if you're a client and you pay me for a 1 hour reading and you sit on the phone with me for 4 hours and you don't think you owe me any money and you think I owe you something, you're going to find out the hard way that you are sadly mistaken. That's just all it is to it. So, and when it boils down to it, if you have a spiritualist that is doing good things for you, I mean, show your appreciation for them, because I get attacked just for trying to help people. The fact that I am one of the few spiritualists that is here to actually freaking help people. The rest of them is telling you in your face that they're just looking out for self, that they don't care about you, that they're non-empathic. So I should be somebody that is greatly appreciated. And you know what? When I did that healing ritual, now the clients that I got my ride or die clients, and y'all know who y'all are. When I did that healing ritual, healing from neglect, I realized that some of my clients neglect me too. You got to understand that you could, for real, for authentic spiritual work, you're going to pay thousands of dollars. In fact, spirits sometimes get mad at me because I'm doing work for people that otherwise would not have afforded the work. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I stick my neck out there, man. I make sure that nobody is left behind. So I'm like sometimes I have to argue with my spirits and say, hey, no, this person couldn't help their circumstances, just like I couldn't, just like the next person couldn't. So, being a spiritualist is not about coming out here and saying that you're the grand wizard of Oz. This is a sacrifice that you are making on a daily basis, which is why spirit wants us to be compensated for it. I mean, no holds barred. They want us to be taken care of, and there is no way that, any spiritualist should have to, if you guys are not taking care of your guides, I mean, you're treating your spiritualists the same way that you're treating your ancestors. And we're not just talking about your grandmother and your great grandmother. We're talking about your celestial ancestors. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are just focused on, just this demon that just wants to sit there and whine and complain all day. Again, stop focusing on that. I feel like a lot of people need to get their priorities straight. Seriously. Okay. I am a godsend for most people. You go to somebody else, they're going to charge you thousands. Thousands. Why do you think that it said in the Bible that only 144,000 would be saved? And what do you think Jamila is doing? Jamila is helping the underdog, and I don't mind. That's something that I decided to do on my own. But when I start seeing that the underdog is kind of like underhandedly dogging me and, not really, taking care of me, especially when certain stuff comes up, because especially within 90 days, you're not within the clear. You may have to pay some extra money, especially within that first 90 days, because I have heard of people, they'll take cases for some of these clients and they'll end up with their houses burned down and stuff. It's happened, so it's worth it. I think that you would have to be an extremely sloppy spiritualist. You know what I'm saying? But accidents happen, so I'm not judging anybody. But you got to make sure that you take care of us and that you appreciate us, man, and say thank you. My clients do that, but like I got off, I feel like you guys know that, especially for a lot of women and for a lot of people, the only protection that we even have is our money. That's the only protection that we have. So if your spiritualist is doing work for you, and this work is like, y'all be like, when are you going to be done with the work? Not for another 90 days. It don't matter if I light the candle's going to take 7 days to go out there, but I'm still working with that energy up to 90 days afterwards. Okay. And I've seen a lot of not only neglected spiritualists, but abused spiritualists. I have seen people that came on here and they look perfectly normal. And then 5 years later, they just look like they had just aged. Just look like something had sucked the life out of them. And, I just don't think that that's right. So make sure that you take care of your spiritualists. If you feel some type of way about your spiritualist to where you feel like you don't have to appreciate them, then go somewhere else and get better service. I can guarantee you that you won't. It don't get no better than this over here. It doesn't. Okay, especially when it comes to your redemption and your happiness. You can go somewhere and you can get a lot of stuff, but other than that, the other stuff, the stuff that counts, you're not going to necessarily get that from anywhere but over here. Okay, now you may be able to get that from somewhere else, but it's few and far between. Okay, so make sure that you guys are taking care of your spiritualists. If your spiritualist comes up with an emergency because you've got bad luck and bad spirits around you that spiritualist had to deal with, then make sure that you take care of them. And the ones of us that don't work, see, I don't work a full-time job and I'm not supposed to. I would question a spiritualist that works a full-time job. There's no freaking way that you can be a spiritualist part-time, just like you can't be a realtor part-time. You cannot be a spiritualist part-time. So I don't believe in that. Okay, I do this all day, every day. All day while you at work, like smiling and stuff. I'm sitting up here with a demon snarling at me, upset and trying to attack my kid. Now that doesn't mean that you can't come to me, because this child, Jacob is very spiritually gifted as well. And he's been around nothing but ritual and, witchcraft. So he'll definitely be a male witch. And I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, just make sure that you take care of us. Even if, okay, if it's me, if it's whoever you're going to see, whoever it is that you're going to see as a spiritualist, it doesn't matter who that spiritualist is, however their ethics are. Many different people have different ethics. That's why you'll see people supporting the most disgusting things, and you'll be like, ugh, why are those people supporting that? That's why, because different people go by different moral codes. Okay, and see that I work with Lakshmi, so I bless a lot of people. And guys, I actually had a client that won the lottery, and that person did not come back. Now, all of you lottery people, don't get upset with me. The ones that have paid for the lottery rituals, there's a few of you, but there's actually one that won, and she did not pay me my 6%. So I manifested $1 million jackpot. Am I upset about it? Nope. It'll come back to me. So, and it is what it is. I feel like I've got lottery clients, and oh, another thing is when clients try to pretend that their work didn't work, and I know damn well that it did because I can see it in the cards that it worked because I looked it up before I contacted you. I've had people that have came to me for spells that have kind of lied and fibbed and said they was having money problems, and that's not what I saw in the cards, because they wanted to avoid paying me that fee for whatever reason. For whatever reason, you can't do that. So my spirits is really, really concerned about that, as far as with, even if you've been a client within the past year. Okay, not, and I feel like a lot of you, like you come to me as if you're helping me out. This is an uneven exchange of energy, because you're paying less than what you should, because I believe in helping people, because there have been times when I have needed help and nobody was there for me except for the spirits. I had nobody. I had to get through it myself. I didn't have a Jamila to call to help me get my thoughts together. I didn't have that. Because when you call me, I actually cry with you. I don't mind going through it with you. That's what I'm here for. Okay? Now, most people that are empathic, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that, because I'm also an incarnated healing angel. So I do have some pretty powerful healing abilities. And you can even tell, like, when I'm doing my own healing, like, stuff heals very fast on me. You know what I'm saying? And so 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 I don't necessarily mind doing that, but I just want you guys to understand that, the naysayers and the clowns and the fools and the puppets, they don't know more than what your ancestors know, do they? And what your spirits know. And guess what? Your spirits brought you to me. Are you going to listen to your spirit guides, or are you going to listen to a clown? Because it's your spirit guides that keep you coming back to this channel, whether or not you hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. The reason why you so attracted to me, whether or not you like me or not, you're still attracted to me. And the reason why is because your spirits are trying to, it's something that maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something that spirit's trying to get through to you. So, yeah, and spiritualists make mistakes too. Now, if I had about $20,000 saved up, I would be able to chill for a minute and just sit and manifest, what I needed, because I think that there's a couple of people out there that are trying to discredit me for being in this hotel. I pay $420 per month to be in this hotel. How can you discredit somebody that can afford that much? And I'm not bragging about being able to afford that. Of course, I would rather be where I'm supposed to be. But that's not like so many people, like, what do you expect me to think negative? I don't think that way. It's an adventure for me because I know where I'm going, and so that's just it, and it's because there's still spiritual work that needs to be done. Somebody was like, oh, I think that some of the naysayers kind of wanted me to, like, they had this fantasy of me disappearing. Here's something you can do. Unsub from the channel if you don't like me. Look away. That's all you got to do. Then I've had somebody emailing me, y'all. There's been somebody that has been emailing me pretending to be a client. My clients don't do that. My spirits don't work that way. Some of y'all, look, if somebody emails me or text messages me, they are already on my website about to place their order. They just want to know how soon they're going to get their reading. So when you send me these long, drawn out emails, I do not read them. Okay? I don't. When you're, steadily trying to make me beg you to pay for a reading, I know exactly what you're doing. So, these people are, so weird that they're doing that. They're emailing my business email, they're texting my business email, pretending to be clients. My clients don't do that. That's how my spirits tell me that you're full of it. My clients, when they contact me, they either tell me, hey, I'm going to get back with you in a couple of weeks. They tell me exactly when they get back. They don't just text me and ask me some questions and then not answer me back. So real spiritualists. And it's like, okay, hold on. Let me just tell you, my spirits don't work that way. If it's meant for me to help somebody, the money is going to come in and then I'm going to talk to that person. I don't have to sit and say, oh yeah, I'm accurate. Somebody emailed me asking me, how accurate are you? Ask my clients how accurate I am. Ask 99% of my clients. So yeah, I have a 99% accuracy rate on my readings. 100% success rate on most of my spell workings. And I'm talking about a fast turnaround. You know what I'm saying? So, what am I supposed to come on here and go, oh, well, I'm not the best. You shouldn't come to me. I'm not worthy. Man, that's ridiculous. I feel like, these people on here, they need to grow up there. Like, do you not know how to, just be a person? You know what I'm saying? Just relate to people and they will come to you. But like I said, it's this whole agenda. It's the narc mother. This is one of the reasons why you guys have to go no contact with the narc. Because the last contact that I had with a narc, this person tried to make me feel bad and blamed me for being raped at the age of 14. It was the most abusive, disgusting thing I'd ever heard in my life. Was I hurt? Was I broken down? No, I wasn't. It wasn't even a surprise, but it just was like, and that's and I'm asking any of my clients to cut off contact with narcs as well. Absolutely. In fact, when I do work for you and you're dealing with a narc, if I tell you, like, seriously, man, because it's not about, being a religious or spiritual figure that's telling you to turn away from your family. But if it's a specific person that I can see in your reading that is clearly bad for you at that moment, that you need at least a break from, no contact, then if you don't do what's instructed, then, your work is not going to work anyway. That's just like I gave a client simple instructions. I told the client, I said, do not focus on your anger towards this person and focus on your business and starting your business. That's not what the client did. The client did not take my advice. She did not contact me to tell me that she was being bothered and then waited until the last minute because she knew she was not following directions. Again, that is not my fault. And that client owes me money. Okay. So, it's, whenever I feel like whenever I stick my neck out there for certain people, it bites me in the butt. But then again, with narcs, I just saw one this morning. Let me tell you something. I have loaned narcs money and I have given narcissistic people money. Trust me, when you get money back from a narc, and I'm gonna tell you, I ain't taking this money no more. But they act like you owe them something. It's like, wait a minute, buddy, you owe me like $1,000. Like, what in the world? I have never heard of it in my life, but this is how these people operate because don't ever loan money to a narc because if you do get it back, you just gonna get the same old. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, yeah. Um anyway, y'all, that's just it. I operate in over here. This is my queendom. No other bitch or witch gets to fucking wear the crown over here except for me. And if y'all can't respect that, I don't know what to tell you. And if honey, I give my clients this speech every damn time. It's a universal speech that I give to all of my clients. If you are a male or female, you are the king or the queen of your earth, of your world, of your vortex. And nobody has the right to try to interfere with that or steal from you. Now, guys, I'm dealing with spiritual thieves. It was so weird. Y'all, for some reason, we're going to add wisdom to the magical properties of the Brussels sprouts. I did this Brussels sprout spell last night. I did upload it to the channel. Already spirits is working on it, So I'm watching my money every single day at the witching hour. I'm going to be watching right at the witching hour. You know what I'm saying? And, so whatever work I got to do that day, I'm going to work it and do it. I'm going to work it every day. And I think that that's a good idea for some of you. And some of you guys, especially if you're business owners, you may want to get a part of like a monthly plan with me because I do rituals for myself. And, so for example, if you're a client that has gotten a cleanse and you start your business, you can get like a money booster spell, every full moon and every new moon, for a set price per month. And, I've been thinking about doing that because, you know, um, there's definitely a benefit that is there. Okay. So, anyway, make sure that you are appreciating your spiritualist. That's all that I got to say because, a lot of times I'm going to tell you something. There was this person that literally prayed for a healing angel, and I was the closest nearby over here in Georgia. There's several other ones. I've already met them, and they all got my back. I even saw somebody with spirit fingers down here. She was a client of mine. She helped me out a whole lot. Anyway, how the heck did I lose it? I lost what I was getting ready to say. Guys. Anyway, guys, I'll think of it in a second. It'll come back to me, is what I mean. It'll come back to me. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. And I'm doing a cord cut, and that's probably why I kind of forgot. And I don't know why I got to go over this again. But this guy that came into my life, you could tell that he was very sick. You could tell that he was very stressed, and you could tell that he was in a lot of pain. And I healed him. I taught him how to heal his stomach, told him to drink the ginger tea, gave him a potion to heal his stomach. You know what he did with my healing? He took my healing, he went and tried to take credit for it, didn't give me any credit, and then roasted me and degraded me. Ain't that funny how people can do that? People will do that sometimes. And you know what? It's just the way that those people are wired in their head and in their heart. They can't appreciate the things that you have done for them. And they continue to show their lack of appreciation for you. And clients can have the tendencies to do that as well. And, it's not right. And, a lot of you guys will do that to a spiritualist and then you'll bounce to another spiritualist because you'll have kind of like the energy of distrust around you. And then that spiritualist that you go to is bound to do you dirty. And then now you're going to have a negative perception of your ancestors. And then you're really going to be in trouble. Okay. Then you really going to, so y'all make sure that y'all understand it does not matter if if somebody called me a butthead, or if I had sex, or if I did this, or if I did that. I am still an authentic spiritualist that is sent here to do a job. This is my spiritual purpose. And purpose, you keep connecting to things or serving no purpose. And you're going to look up and realize that you threw your life away. Okay. And I threw the past 5 years of my life away on beef online. I could have been out kicking it, having fun. But I'm not going to say that because I was doing some unblockers and stuff on myself. I had to unblock my money. I'm going to unblock my money again today. Unblockers work within 30 minutes to an hour. Who cares? Unblock and roll open. It's as simple as that. Complaining about it is what's not going to get you anywhere. I'll see you guys later. If you guys need to reach me, you know where and how. And have a wonderful day. Healings, blessings, love. What was the last thing I was going to say? Peace to you guys. All right. Bye-bye.